Hello and welcome to this full body workout. This is a full body, no equipment needed workout that you can do. It's quite handy if you're on the go, if you're traveling for work or away on holiday and you want to get a workout in. It is full body and it can be beginner friendly, but it's leaning a bit more towards intermediate. So suitable for someone who has been training in the gym already for a bit. But I do give some options for both beginners, but they are also options for someone who's maybe nurturing an injury of some sort. So I gave a few alternatives, but it is a little bit more on the intermediate side. All you need is a bit of space around you, maybe some comfortable clothing, some water maybe nearby, not mandatory, but could be a good option, good thing to have. And most importantly, as always, if you do have any injuries, please seek professional advice from a healthcare professional. If you do feel any pain or discomfort doing any of the movements today, then skip that movement and join back in at the next exercise. Listen to your body. And other than that, let's crack on. Let's get started. It's a little bit chilly in here, so I'm excited to get warmer. I always start with a little bit of breathing. So we're going to come onto the mat, onto the floor, on all fours, into like a child's pose from yoga. So big toe together, knees apart, sit back onto your heels, and then reach the arms forwards. And actually, instead of reaching your arms really far forwards, bring your elbows back underneath you so that your chest is lifted. And as you breathe in softly through the nose, I want you to think of breathing into your back and expanding the back. And then as you exhale, blow softly through the lips, like you're blowing on a hot cup of coffee, blow all the air out. I always like to start with a little bit of breathing as a way to kind of draw the rib cage back in, expand the back, and sort of reset our posture before we start. It's also a nice way to de-stress, so then when you're working out, you're in a better position posturally, but you're also a little bit more chilled out than maybe when you walked into the room. So again, breathing in through the nose, breathe in softly and slowly. We want the breath to be softer and slower. We don't want to force an inhale. So breathing in softly through the nose with your mouth shut. And then blowing the air out softly through the lips. Try and round the back up towards the ceiling. And then slowly coming back up to all fours. So from this kneeling position, we're going to step 1 foot forward for a hip flexor stretch, a dynamic hip flexor stretch. So with the foot forward, make sure your front foot is directly under the knee. Most people place it here, back here, but instead have it out in front. Tuck the tailbone under, posterior pelvic tilt, because that's already going to lengthen the hip flexors. This side's very stiff for me today, so I'm not going to go too far into the stretch, but tuck the tailbone under. You should feel a stretch here. Then I want you to push your foot into the ground at the front and push your knee into the ground. And then try to drag them back towards one another. They don't actually move, but by just creating this dragging motion forwards and back, you should feel the stretch come on even more, which is great. You're going to hold here, nice and tall through your body, and swing your arms up. You can do a little lean back, but just make sure you're not arching your lower back. So we're keeping the spine neutral, nice and tall, throwing our arms back and just slightly leaning back from the whole body. Keep this going. Great. Now, if you're stretching your left leg, you're going to grab hold of your left wrist and pull it across the body. So if you're stretching your left side, you're going to reach the arm up, grab hold of the left wrist and pull it across. I'll show you from the front as well. You're going to grab hold of the left wrist and pull it across. Obviously, if you're stretching the right leg, do it on the other side. And then we're going to finish with a few rotations. So hands out in front, rotate over the front leg and back. Great. And then we need to change side. So again, posterior pelvic tilt, Press your foot and knee into the ground. Think of dragging them towards each other. And then we're going to do 10, lifting the arms up, slightly leaning back. Then grab hold of the wrist, pull it across. So this is the back leg. The back leg, we're stretching the hip flexor and all the way up into the side body. And then hands together, rotate over the front leg. And relax. Great. Next, opening up the chest and retracting the shoulder blades. So bring your hands together at the front. You can do this kneeling or standing. And then you're going to open the hands on a diagonal and bring them back. And then open them on the other diagonal and bring them back. And we're going to move a little bit more dynamically than that. And off you go. And relax. Okay, we're going to warm up the hips, the glutes, the bum muscles. Come to lying on your back. From here, let's do a little bit where it works, a version of the glute bridge that works both hamstrings and glutes. So you can have your feet a bit further away from your bum and lift your toes up to the sky so it's just your heels down on the ground. Elbows can push down into the ground as well. And we're going to come up into a glute bridge and then sit back down. Great. Exhale, so blow the air out softly through the lips as you lift the hips. And we'll do 10 of these. Great. Good. Okay, single leg bridge. So still lying on your back, bring your feet closer to your bum, closer to you, and then you're going to lift one leg up, hug it into the chest, and now we're going to do 10, just pressing up through that one foot on the ground. This time the foot is flat, so it's not just the heel, pushing through the whole foot. Off we go for 10 of these. And change side. Hugging the knee into your chest, pressing your foot, the whole foot through the ground. And relax. Great. Lying on your side, we're going to do some clams. So you can extend your arm overhead, rest your head on there, or you can bend your arm, rest your head on there, or you can grab a cushion and place it under your head. So options here. Lying on your side, just make sure you're actually lying on your side, because most people will start either slightly leaning back towards the ceiling or slightly too rolled forwards. So lying directly on your side, hips must be stacked one on top of the other, feet behind you. Hand on your back pocket of your jeans. So imagine you have a back pocket. Place your hand there. And then you're going to lightly lift the top leg up for a clam and then bring it back up. I say lightly because if you just lift it up like it's nothing, you're probably going to feel here, the front of the hip. Instead, we want to feel the back. So we're going, lifting the knee slowly and lightly, about 80% of the way, so not quite as to the maximum that you can lift, and then back down. And we're going to do 10 of these. And you should start to feel where your hand is, that muscle working. Your glute and your glute medius, your side glute. So let's give this a go. So trying not to roll backwards as you do it, lying directly on your side, hips stacked one on top of the other. Let's get this right, and then slowly lift the leg up. And you should start to feel it building up in your side glute, in your buttocks. Hopefully the mic's picking this up because it's squashed under my shoulder right now. But yeah, let's do 2 more on this side and then we'll change side. Great, pushing yourself up, switch over to the other side. So again, lying on your side, support your head, make sure your feet are behind you, lying directly on your side. So just notice if you feel like you're leaning backwards. Most people roll back. And then lower abdominals engaged. See if you can slightly round or flatten your lower back. Hand on the back pocket of your trousers. Slowly come up 80% of the way and then back down. Clams. This works the glute medius, which is important for hip and knee stability and therefore also foot stability. But when it's very weak, we tend to be more wobbly, especially doing single leg exercises. And we tend to then be putting a lot more stress on the knee than we need to. Whereas if we can just strengthen this side glute muscle, it's going to help stabilize the hip area, the hip socket a lot more, and therefore the knee as well. The knee won't be as wobbly. One more here. And then push yourself up. So I'm going to come to standing. Now with this small camera, I will be a little bit out of shot, but we're going to work with it. The main thing that you need to see is my knees and my legs, so that should be fine. You're going to stand in the middle of your mat, spread your toes out nice and wide, keep your foot flat on the floor. If you're someone whose arches collapse a lot and you roll inwards, just try and imagine you've stuffed a sock under your arches. So we're trying to keep the arches active here. Standing on one leg, we're going to do star excursions. So with the leg that's off, you're going to step forwards as far as you can, trying to reach in front of you. Bend the standing leg and then come back to center without putting the foot down. Then reach out to the side as far as you can and then come back to center. And then reach back and across as far as you can. Tap the floor and then back to center. And again, in front. Good. Make sure this foot, the standing leg, stays flat on the ground. So we're not lifting up the heel on the front leg, on the standing leg. Good, and then round one more time in front, out to the side, and back and across. Great, and you should feel this glute working on this side, on the standing leg. Change side. So again, a little bend in the knee. Keep your arches nice and active. We're going to reach forwards. We're going to reach out. This is my sprained ankle, so it's a little bit more wobbly. And then back and across. I sprained my ankle 3 weeks ago. It's almost back to normal. It's almost 100%, but things like this, still a little bit limited. And that's okay. Just work within the range you've got that's pain-free. So if any of you are also nurturing an injury, just remember, work within the range you've got. Movement is good for it, unless you've like literally broken a bone. Movement is good for it, but just don't push it too far. Great. And relax. Okay, hopefully feeling a bit warmer now. We're going to go into our first circuit. We're going to do 3 rounds. I'm going to keep this pace up. It's body weight, so we don't need loads of rest. You're also on holiday possibly or away, so you don't need to spend loads of time here. So let's jump in, keep the pace up. We're going to go for 10 reverse lunges. So that looks like this. We're going to do 10 all on one leg and then 10 all on the other. If for some reason that's not possible for you right now, you could switch this for 20 air squats. So you've got some options here. Cool, let's jump straight in. Off we go, 10 all on one leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great, and then we change side. 1, 2, 3, and 10, and rest. Push-ups next. So you can do push-ups on your toes like this. So in a full plank, full push-up essentially. Or you can do them on your knees. So you've got options here. If you want an in-between, if you're like, knees I'm quite good at, I'm quite comfortable with, but a full push-up is too much, then you could do the down portion, the lowering phase on your toes, and then use your knees to help you get back up. or any combination of those. So we're going to do 10. Off we go. Get ready in your plank or your kneeling position, and we'll go for 10 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and rest. I have done so many arm workouts this week. My arms are dead. Too much, too many. So side plank next. Right, forearm down. Side plank is just a really good one for engaging your core, and any movements you go and do in daily life or in the gym, you want your core to be engaged, right? And most of the time it should just engage doing compound movements like the movements we just did. But a side plank is a really great way to get the obliques to engage, which will help in turn get the front of your abs to engage as well. So we're going to have our forearm down on the floor. We're going to go for knees bent in front. So your knees are literally covering your hips and your shins directly below. 90-degree bend at the knee. Before we begin, draw your lower abdominals in, so you're slightly rounding your lower back. Then reach forward. We're going to lift the hips and face the floor. So I want you to reach towards the front of the room, lift the hips, face the floor, hold for 30 seconds. Right, I'm going to start my timer now. Off we go. Remember that breath from the beginning, breathing in softly through the nose and then blowing softly through the lips. Awesome. 10 more seconds here. Three, 2, 1, and you should feel this side working. The side that's facing the floor. You should feel your obliques or your side abs working. Let's switch to the other side. So remember, knees are covering the hips, 90-degree bend at the knees. We're going to round the lower back before we start, then reach forwards and reach further. We're going to go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reach forward, lift the hips and face the floor. Remember that breathing in through the nose and breathing out, blowing softly. Great. Imagine a gush of cold air passing underneath you and you're trying to lift away from it, so draw your ribs up and away from the floor. We have 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Great. Slowly make your way to standing. Let's go around again. Let's get these lunges done. So, standing at the top of your mat, you're going to step back into a lunge. Let's go. 10 of these. 2, great, and then change sides. So again, stepping back, 10 of these. 10. Fantastic. Great. Come down to your mat. Get ready in your plank position. Ready for your push-ups. We're going to go in 3, 2, 1. 10 push-ups here. 10. And rest. Okay, getting ready for our side plank. Remember, round your lower back before you start. You don't want any arching in the lower back because otherwise you're not using your core. So slightly rounded, reach forward, lift the hips, face the floor. Off we go. Okay, 30 seconds here. Keep breathing throughout. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. And change side. This isn't too bad. Almost finished the first superset, or the first circuit. So round your lower back, reach forward, lift the hips, off we go. We're starting now, 30 seconds. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Great, we go once more round. So one more round of reverse lunges, push-ups, and side plank. Then you get a minute rest, and we change the exercises. Okay, let's go. So standing nice and tall, we're going to step back into our lunge. 10 of these. I forgot to say, if you feel very wobbly, you might be doing your lunge too narrow, so with your feet too much in line with one another. So just remember, your feet should be like they're on train tracks, stepping directly back behind. Great, let's change side, 10 on the other leg as well. Great. Okay, down to the floor. Get ready in your planks. We're going to do the last 10 push-ups. Get ready in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. And rest. Well done. Okay, the last 1 minute of work, your side planks. Then we'll take a full minute, even a minute and a half rest, reset, and we have another strength circuit. Then we have a little bit of conditioning to finish, but it's nothing crazy. You'll be absolutely fine, but that'll be at the end. All right, enough chat. Let's get ready. So set up in your side planks. Remember, lower abs drawn in, lower back rounded, reach forward, and off we go. 30 seconds start now. Remember to keep breathing throughout. Smiling does help. Makes it feel a little less awful. Going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. Change side. Oh. It's great that you even made it onto the mat today. Especially if you're traveling, it can feel exhausting. So it's great that you're even here working out in the first place. Lift the hips, reach forwards, come up with your chest face the floor. Last 30 seconds starting now. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Awesome. Rest there. Have a little sip of water. Take a rest. 1 minute, 1 minute and a half, and we'll go again. Different exercises this time. So I'll give you a little run through of what we're going to do. Again, it's 3 exercises. 1 for the lower body, 1 for the upper body, and this time 1 for core, or actually same as before, 1 for core. For your lower body exercise, we have a curtsy lunge. So you'll be doing 10 on each side into a curtsy like this, like you're curtsying to the queen. If you want a slightly harder version, you can do just 5 where instead of tucking your toes and giving yourself support, you're not going to use the back leg. So you're going to come down, 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 and lay your foot flat on the floor. All the work comes from this leg. That is a slightly harder version. I would do 5 of those on each leg. Then we're going to do Russian push-ups. I forgot I put this in. More push-ups. And my arms are dead, but we will be all right. We can do this. I'll show you what a Russian push-up is. So you come down into the bottom of a push-up. You tap your elbows on the floor and allow your feet to slide back. Then you slide forward again, lift the elbows up, and push back up. And therefore, we're only doing 5 of them because they're harder than normal push-ups. If that's too much, then on your knees, you can do the same. You can come down onto your knees. You can walk your knees back and bring your elbows down. Walk your knees forwards, bring your elbows up, come back up. Or as a final alternative, you could just do more push-ups. So if push-ups are a goal for you and you're trying to get to being able to do full push-ups, then even just doing another round of 10 push-ups on your knees or on your feet, or a combination of both, would be great, because then you're getting more volume and more experience of doing push-ups. So if Russian push-ups are not on the cards today, do regular push-ups. Then the last one is V-ups. We're going to do 15 of these. So balancing on your sit bones, tapping your ankles, you're going to lean back, reach your feet forward, reach your arms back, and then come back up. Notice my back, my lower back doesn't arch at any point, but I keep my feet clearly off the ground. I'm not reaching down here because that's going to be a lot harder over 15 reps to avoid arching in the back. So keep the feet a little bit higher. So again, feet high, keep the lower back flat on the ground. 15 reps of that. We do 3 rounds again, and then we're finished with the strength. So let's go. Setting up for your curtsy lunges. Option to do 10 normal or 5 of the harder version. Off you go. I'm sticking to the easier version for the first round. Great, and then change side. Should really feel this in your glute, in your butt cheek, on that front leg, on the standing leg. And 10. Once you've done 10, we are down to the floor for our Russian push-ups. Like I said, just 5 of these, and there is the option to do 10 regular push-ups if Russian push-ups is too much right now. And let's go. Great, turn around, sitting down. 15 V-ups, so V-ups. 15 of these, balancing on your sit bones. And again, if it's too much, you could just hold here and try and open, close. You know, you can reduce the range of motion, or you could even lie on your back and do small ab prep sit-ups as well. So there's options, but whichever one you're doing, let's go for 15. Off you go. And rest. Good, and rest there. Whew. Okay, we do 2 more rounds of these, and then a final piece of conditioning at the end. Let's slowly come to standing. Decide which lunge you're going to do. So either continuing with the curtsies, or going for the more advanced one where you don't use the foot on the floor. I'm going to try a more advanced one. And if you're doing the more advanced version, instead of 10, you're going to do 5. All right, off you go. Whoops. Great, and change side. Great, when you've done 10 on each leg or 5 on each leg, you're going to come down for your Russian push-ups. As an extra challenge, I don't know if you noticed, but I did them quite fast the first round because I'm tired and my upper body is very fatigued today, but we're here. If you want to make them faster, not faster, harder, go slower. So tempo push-ups. So you're going like 1 or 2 seconds on the way down, 1 or 2 seconds to go back, coming forwards, coming up with control. That kind of speed without rushing the movement. So 1 or 2 seconds to get down, 1 or 2 seconds to roll back, 1 or 2 seconds to roll forwards, 1 or 2 seconds to come back up. So not just like 1, 1, 1, 1, like as fast as you can. Slowing it down is going to make it harder. It's better for your joints, but also it will make you stronger in the movement and stronger in your muscles. So whichever version you want to do, it could be 10 regular push-ups, 5 Russian push-ups. Let's go. Great. So, like I said, V-ups 15. If they're feeling quite hard, you could just stay balancing, come down not as far, and back up. Or you can do what's called an ab prep, where your feet are on the ground, hands behind your head, and you lift your shoulders off the floor. Whichever one you're doing, 15 of these. I'm going to do the middle version, so without fully extending my legs. But if you can, go for the full extension. Off you go for 15. 1, 2, 15, and rest. Straight back to standing. Let's get ready for our last circuit of strength. Are you ready? Even if you're not, here's our curtsy. So 10 curtsies in the regular format, or 5 getting your foot completely flat on the floor. Off you go. When you are done coming down to the floor, getting ready for your planks and your Russian push-ups, 5 Russian push-ups or 10 regular push-ups. Off you go. Excellent work. Flip it around. We are going to do abs. So remember, you have your V-ups, you have your intermediate ones, not going as low, or you have feet on the ground ab prep. I'm going to join those of you doing ab prep for the last one. You can absolutely do a mix of them. It's absolutely fine. Focus here is to keep moving. So, whichever one you're doing, 15 of these. And 15, and rest. Awesome, awesome work. Take a minute and a half of rest. I'm just going to time it here. Grab some water. We have one final circuit which is a little bit more conditioning. There we go. And I'm going to show you what we're going to do. So we're going to start with a bicycle crunch. You don't have to start just yet. Let me show you the 3 exercises. We're going to do them one at a time. So bicycle crunches, lying on your back with your legs up. You're going to go across. So you're trying to lift your shoulders off the ground and bring opposite elbow to opposite knee and then switch. The other leg, you're going to extend it on a diagonal. But again, don't go too low because you'll really start to work your lower back muscles, which is not what we want. We want to work your core. We'll do 30 seconds of that, 30 seconds of rest. 30 seconds of that, 30 seconds of rest. 30 seconds of that, 30 seconds of rest. And then that one's done. Then we move on to burpees. You have 2 options. You have 3 options here. You can do a full burpee chest to floor, which means when you come down into a burpee, you're going to drop into the bottom of a push-up. That was not a push-up, it's just dropping down. And then you're going to use your hands to push yourself back up and do a little jump at the top. So that is a full burpee. Otherwise, you can do them with no push-up, which is what I'm going to do for my ankle. So placing the hand down, jumping back, jumping in, standing up. No burpee. Or you can do a low impact version where you step back in and stand up. So there's no jumping. You can still do this quite fast, but there's just no jumping. 30 seconds of that, 30 seconds rest, 3 times. And then the last one is going to be what's called a split squat pogo. So you have 1 foot forward, 1 foot back like this. Your hands kind of encourage a forward motion. So they're swinging forwards. And you're going to go for 30 seconds of that, 30 seconds rest, 30 seconds of that, 30 seconds rest, 3 times. And then you are done. We'll finish on the jumps. And you can breathe and relax and go enjoy your day. Let's get started. So the first one is our bicycle crunches. Are you ready? Lying on your back. Let me just get the timer. "30 seconds in 3, 2, 1, off you go. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. You can actually just lie on your back. 30 seconds of rest. This is lovely. So yeah, when it's the time to work, we're going to try and keep working throughout. And then when it's the time to rest, you can rest completely. Catching your breath, getting some energy to do it again. Okay, getting ready for your 30 seconds. We're going to go in 2, 1, and off you go. 30 seconds. You're doing really good. Try and lift those shoulders off the ground. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. 30 seconds rest. Should be feeling your core by now, I'm sure. 30 seconds rest. Make sure you're breathing. We go again in 10 seconds. Okay, getting ready, going in 3, 2, 1, off you go. Three, 2, and 1, and rest completely. Excellent. Those are your bicycle crunches done. We're going to slowly bring ourselves to standing. And we have 3 rounds of burpees. That's the sentence you always wanted to hear. 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off. You have options. You can do a full burpee chest to floor. You can avoid the push-up so your arms stay straight. And you can remove the jumping as well by just stepping back. So you have options here. And here we go. Off we go. You're doing really well. Keep it going. In 5, 3, 2, 1, and rest. 30 seconds rest. You can feel every drop of water that I've drunk, even though it wasn't much. We take 30 seconds rest. You're really near the end. 2 more burpee. And then we finish with those little split jumps. It's good. Well done. We're going in 10 seconds. So get ready. And off we go. You're doing great. Ten more seconds. And rest. Okay, round 2 is done. Just breathe. I couldn't tell if I could hear birds or children from one of the schools nearby. Or maybe it was a load of birds. I'm not sure. I don't know if the mic will have picked them up. Okay, we're going in 3 seconds. Let's get ready. It's the last one of burpees. Off you go. This is the last one. You're doing really good. You've got this far through the workout. You're almost done now. Five more seconds. Definitely time to do at least one more. And rest. Awesome work. Take the rest. It's the last 3 minutes. Rest completely. We have these split squat pogos. I'll just show them briefly if you can't remember from the start. They were 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Switching the legs like that. It's good for plyometrics. It's good for your feet actually as well, and your calves. But it's also good for that explosive power. It's also good for your pelvic floor. So inevitably in life we will encounter movements where we have to suddenly move fast. So this is a great way to gently introduce that. Right, it's time to go. 1 foot forward, 1 foot back, and you're going to switch them around. Off you go. Ten more seconds. And rest. Not too bad, right? Finishing on a good one. Okay, take the 30 seconds. 2 more of those. Going in 10 seconds. And off we go. Ten more seconds. And rest. Great, take the rest. It's the last one. So after this, we won't do tons of stretching. A lot of strength training, you are training the joint through its full range of motion. So you are lengthening the muscle before you contract it. In order to contract a muscle, you have to take it into a stretch position to then bring it back. So you are training mobility throughout. We'll do a little one stretch at the end, but you can do more stretching if you want separately. Or also what you've done today is great. It is enough. You don't have to do hours and hours of stretching. It's actually better to get strong. And the stronger you get, the better your mobility will be as well. All right, off we go. Last one. Enough chit chat. Ten more seconds. And rest. And you are done. Come to kneeling. You can do this kneeling down. You can do this in tall kneeling. You can do this standing. Just take your head to one side. Give your neck a little stretch here. And you bring your hand over. Just encourage the head to that side. And then do it on the other side as well. Then bring both hands behind your head. Bring your head down. Nice. Interlace the fingers in front. Reach forward as far as you can. And then interlace the fingers behind you. Reach them back and up as far as you can. Little side bend here. Bring the hand up and over. And another side bend here. Bring the hand up and over. And relax. And you are done. Well done. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a thumbs up. It helps the channel. And subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you very soon for another one.